it was kind of crazy. It was early in the morning. We took off real early because we knew we had to go out quite a ways. We were flying down a stream valley, kind of like, and the stream made a U around this ridge line that came down and it kind of pushed the stream out of the way. And rather than follow the stream around, we just hopped up over this ridge line. And as we were climbing up to get over this ridge line, ahead of us we could see this scraggly old tree. It must have been one that had been defoliated. It looked like it was dead. And we saw the thing wiggling at first, and then we saw what it was that was wiggling. It was this like ape-like creature, but it looked like a man. We thought at first it was a bad guy. We almost killed it.
Wilson believes he startled the creature, but it didn't move, and continued to shake the tree that it was in as Wilson moved the Huey in for a closer look.
His face was kind of round, you know. He didn't have what I would call a human skull. It was more flat on top and almost like a soccer ball kind of shape to the head, but short hair. There was no tail. I mean, its facial features looked very much like a man.
It walked straight across the valley in front of me, 30 meters away. So close and so clear. Didn't expect to see it. Certainly didn't expect to see it that clearly. And just walking between these two trees, vegetation to about hip level. This gorgeous, graceful, very strongly built primate, big ape, walking out of a legend and into broad daylight, lit up by the sun. And the disbelief of seeing this thing. And if I'd seen it concealed in undergrowth, I could have said, well, I saw something. But I didn't see something. I saw an Orang-Pendek walk across a valley just 30 meters away from me.
Terus ke sungai ini. Ya, rumput ada yang setinggi ini, alang-alang namanya ya. Nah, dia itu megang-megang itu.
The first thing I thought was it was much bigger than I'd expected. I called my guide over and said, you know, what's this? And he immediately said, this is Orang-Pendek. As I made my way in, I saw a banana palm sway like this. So I just ducked down. And then, no more than 7 meters away, I saw the animal pass in front of me. So it was very close. I had a camera around my neck. I was very close to it. But I just kept quiet and watched it just briefly, and the huge arms which were moving like a human when that walks, and down to the waist. But something that's very erect. It wasn't stooped over, it wasn't shuffling or stumbling like I've seen orangutans do when they're on the ground. This was something that was clearly at home, walking on two legs. With this, it was a clear pelt of what appeared to be quite short hair. And the colour of the animal I saw was like a yellowish, almost like dried grass.
Yeah, so
what he's saying, it wasn't much taller than a metre, but again, he's talking about this big, big body. It was covered in greyish, yellowish hair. It was walking on two legs, not four. When they saw it, it did this, put its arms up. Which is like a classic ape defence to make itself look much, much bigger. And I've heard this story many, many times from many, many people. And when it was walking there, again on two legs, but it was reaching for branches as it was travelling. Then he's saying that the gempole, the thumb, is actually far back, jauh di belakang. So he's saying it's far back on the heel. It's not like with a human or a bear, where the thumb is just part of the foot.
Given the frequency of these sightings, there's got to be something out there that is incredible. Will make a real tremendous discovery. A new ape for a new millennium.